All right, Future Past Me here again. What's up? This one is, yeah, this one's good. I like this one a lot. I was playing it while I was eating dinner yesterday, and, yeah, it is, it's good. I'm a fan, so I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Oh dear God, we're in the Shadow Realm again. We're in the Abyss. Please, okay, get the ground in, and then we can refresh. Okay, there we go. That's been happening a little bit more often. Somebody said it's because, like, they're trying to make it so that way you don't have to wait as long, so the game starts earlier. You don't have to wait for everybody to load in. But, if I just have to refresh the load, I don't know. I guess you're still in the game quicker. I'm not gonna lie to you, I liked having that little break because I could do other shit, but... oh. But I'm probably one of the few, you know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna start with this early ground start, maybe get some item dug up. We've got, what is this, a psychic region? Kind of looks like it. Electric, psychic, yeah, psychic electric. Jesus, that's hard to say. Psychic electric. So yeah. We might end up playing electric, but I really don't want to, because, like, ooh, early Igglybuff means maybe baby. But, yeah, I really don't want to play, like, electric too much. I feel like that's pretty much just what you should do this patch, and I don't, like, I want to play other shit, you know? There's still other fun stuff to do. So, I don't think it's overwhelming, at least at this level right now. It's, you definitely see an electric team or a steel team every game, but it's not overbearing. I'm sure with proper itemization and positioning it probably would get there, but it isn't there for me yet. So I'm gonna grab all these common units because we're looking for a Pichu, right? I mean, we got the early Igglybuff. I've got to go for baby, and we do get the Pichu in, yeah, quite enough time. So we'll grab the early baby start. We're digging out, or gonna stop digging out a couple holes for now. Maybe we'll return to that later, but not my main focus. Obviously we didn't know what we were gonna do from the very beginning of this game, so usually if I see Igglybuff or Cleffa, I will go for baby. Before the, okay. The rule for me is, if I see Igglybuff or Cleffa without rolling before PvP, I will more than likely play baby. And I will roll for Azurill or Pichu on this round, right? So I want baby into PvP, right? I can't lose the PvE round, so I'm not worried about that. But if I don't have baby by the first PvP round, I usually won't be playing it. And that's generally because I usually play a lot of hatch units when I play them, so I want my best chances for hatch units as quickly as possible. Good mons here in the picks. I don't know about items, but Miracle Seed is increasingly good, I find, at least, with the new update. And it looks like we're just immediately gonna go for, oh, we saw the additionals. Did we? Yeah, we saw the additionals. We know what we're going for now. As soon as we see that happen, this is, yep, this is good. So it's in the thumbnail, I know it is. So basically I want all the trio. I want the triple threat. And I wanted, like, you know, well, I want to do, like, I mean, I won't say it, but I'll give you the mons. All the trios, Dunsparce or Earthworm, Onyx, Snake form, what's it called? Zygarde. What else? There's more Barboach. And Silly Cobra. Is that 9? I don't know. But I have 9. I just don't, I can't think of, my brain is bad. So, yeah. But that's what we want to do. And my thought for this is, basically, in an ideal world, I'll actually throw up on the screen what items I would want for the Diglets. But basically, one AD attacker, or sorry, one attacker, one support, and one tank. I just I really like that idea. So, in a perfect world, that's what I would be doing. So, I don't know if we get it this game, but I've played 2 games now where it was, well, maybe not 2 games where it was possible, because I'm sure that I played many games where it was possible, but I've played 2 games where I've come close. And it's, oh man, it's so much fun. It helps that ground is incredibly powerful if you can survive long enough. So, not only do we get to play something that's pretty fun, not to say that other comps aren't fun. This game is fun in general, but we get to play something that's pretty fun and pretty powerful at the same time. So, we're going to be losing early here. We're just digging holes, right? I mean, generally, for me, and this is something that I struggle with, and I struggle with a lot in this game, as we all know. I don't know when I would rather dig holes than have mons in holes, right? So throughout the game, usually I do not have any ground mons in holes unless I accidentally did it. You know, if I'm really thinking about it, I'm always moving them out of fully dug holes. And I feel like there's probably like a happy medium where you keep like 2 or 3 in fully dug holes and then everybody else digs holes. I just don't know where that is. And I know that I'm, you know, obviously you need to have all of the holes dug by a certain time, right? Good voice crack. Holy fuck, that was a good one. So you want them all fully dug by a certain time, and the only way to, at least in my mind, to do that is to focus on digging holes as opposed to winning rounds. And obviously that's wrong. Most of the things that I do are wrong and incorrect, and I just can't make that connection. So we get our Diglett. We're gonna level to 5 because we're looking for uncommon units now, right? So it would be ideal to, and this is the only weird one, right? Okay, so technically, in a perfect world, right, we would have started with a lowland Diglett, right? The steel one. So we would have started in that region. So that way we can take ground portals through the rest of the game. The problem that we're going to run into is that right now, either now we have to take a steel portal, or at our legendary we have to take a steel portal. And obviously that's not great for us because we do actually have a unique or a couple and a legendary picked out. So it's not ideal either way. However, I don't know which the right decision is here. So there is this portal that is electric, steel, ground, wild. We can take bets on that, hope that it's maybe a steel portal. And of course it gets joint, so it probably would have been. But now we don't have a portal for steel, so we have to take ground, and that means that for our legendary, we're going to have to take a steel portal. Or just not have a lowland Diglett, but I won't make that concession. Because obviously they're the most important ones, right? The triple threat is the most important. Everything else is tantamount. Is that the word? Secondary. I don't know what the word is. So now we're just rolling uncommons. We're not in a region for a lowland Diglett, but that does mean that before we change regions again, we have to hit both Thug Trio and Wug Trio. Maybe not Wug Trio. We don't necessarily have to hit Wug Trio, but we should, because of how late in the game we'll have to be. I don't know why we didn't pick up that trap inch there. It is just going to let us survive a little bit longer. And if we do get Zygarde, we can play Gibble. It's good with the Crocodile that we're going to have. So I don't think we're going to get that perfect team that we want that I lined out earlier. But yeah. Also, we can't really bet on getting Zygarde for the reasons that I just mentioned. We're not going to be taking a ground portal. We're going to be trying to take a steel portal if we can. Which is not the end of the world. It's just unfortunate. So we're doing good here. We've got the Water Stone on Doug Trio. And that's another thing. It does... it takes a slot, right? It takes an item slot. So I would prefer if the Doug Trio had Green Orb, Gracidia Flower, and Ability Shield. But I do like the fact that I can make all of them water types. And we do get the Barboach, so that's pretty dope. So I would not evolve it into Always Cash for obvious reasons, but yeah. And then I would want the Wug Trio to be my tank. So it's going to have Muscle Band and Shell Bell, just because those are the items that I have. Realistically, I think we would go more King's Rock, Rocky Helmet, AV, just so we cover all our bases, and it's like the titular tank, you know what I mean? So that doesn't really work. Nah, whatever. That's what I'm using. So what else is there to really say about this? I mean, we're playing the triple threat of the trios. We've got ourselves a ground Hatchmon, so it's going to help us out with the 3-star cost pretty early, without having to spend that money. Now we just have to stay at a reasonable level. Kind of have to measure the difference between too low of a percentage to find an uncommon unit and not high enough of a level to be on pace with everybody. So obviously ground cares a lot about how many mons it has, right? Not just for the fight, but for digging holes. The more mons you have on the board, the more holes you can dig. So it is a little bit contradictory to what I want to do, but it is what it is, right? We work with the tools that we're given. So we've got a little bit of normal, I think is nice. A little bit of shield never hurt nobody, especially in with what I'm seeing a lot in steel. A little bit of shield never hurt nobody, so I think it's good. Looks like we're still going for Wug Trio. Now, we don't necessarily need to have it into the legendaries because it's not a regional unit, but we do need to have it because it has our items on it. So if it's not at its full evolution, we're not really doing much with it. We could also move it into a fully dug hole, but it is what it is. The reason that I want Wug Trio being the tank is because of its ability. It's different from Doug Trio, and Alolan Doug Trio for that matter. It attacks the lowest health targets, I think. So I figured that means that it's more than likely going to be in the back line, which means that it's going to draw more ire. So if it had a Pokédoll, if we went to build Pokédoll, which in the current patch, I think Pokédoll is a great item on any tank unit, especially a unit that kind of like a Lapras or anything that dashes, anything like that. Anything that ends up in the enemy backline is great because it turns the front lines around, right? So that way your team can attack them freely. At least that's the way that I look at it. We should be fine against Mew and Mewtwo here. We don't have anything in a fully dug hole, but we do have 6 Mons. They're all ground, and I mean, it could be a toss-up, but with the shield, I think we're probably fine. And it looks like we are. It could have gone south, maybe, but yeah, probably not. Looks like we got Stardust, which, I don't think I would immediately build that because there's other things that I could be looking for. I think we're looking for King's Rock still for the Wug Trio at this point, just because Stardust is kind of antithetical to Shell Bell, so I don't really want to build Stardust for that. But King's Rock, having that shield right off the bat, I feel is a little bit better. That way it can take a couple hits, get that muscle band actually starting to do some damage, and then Shell Bell is just even more effective. So I think that's ideal. We're going to hold a Gibble. I guess at this point we were still going for the Wiggly Boys. Hell yeah. Look at that. We got a win. So 38 health. Ooh, maybe not a win. We're up against a Kecleon, but it's a monster. Oh my god. Monster Kecleon just wiped my team. That's crazy. That's wild. 1,000 damage on a Kecleon. Wonderful. I love that. Okay, we're starting to fish. I don't think there's any situation where we go for Gyarados. Not because it's not a Wiggly Boy, but it's not a ground unit, and not super interested in it. I see that we could go for like a water ground situation through dragons, but I'm a little more focused on something else right now. So we've got 1 level until we're at 8. It'll drop us to like 27% on uncommons, I think. It might be lower than that, actually. I don't know. We'll see it when we get there, but bunch of bugs. But we got too much fucking health for you. Easy. Very nicely done. 29 health. We're starting to get in the danger zone, but we're not there yet. We have a couple rounds of fuck-ups that are allowed. What do we want here? Oh, it looks like we know. Oh, Gracidia Flower. So we're going to complete the Diglett, or the Dug Trio at this point. It's our support, so it's going to get the things. And I think it would be proper to build this one last, but we don't even know if we're going to get a Lowland Diglett, so it just makes sense to itemize the mons that we have, right? And there's a water gem, which is actually kind of huge. Maybe that's more incentive to play the water dragon, but I don't know. I just don't want to give up these normal ground units, you know? There definitely is an angle with like Krabby or Goldeen. I don't know if they're in, but definitely an angle for sure. Alright, up against Grass. Grass is very scary in this update. I think the overheal is very cool, especially with like Monster. Still want to do a Grass Aggron. That seems super legit. Gonna absolutely slaughter this team. Grab a Poliwag, which is great. We love to be able to sell a Mon, especially if we're not going for Gyarados, right? That's just a free gold. It's like an amulet coin. You guys remember amulet coin? RIP. I miss it too. Anyway. We are almost fully dug out on second row. It's going to be, what is that? 1, 2, 3 rounds from now, which is not too terrible. Just don't forget, we do have to take a steel portal if we can, which there are 2 steel players in this game. So not only are we fulfilling our desires. God damn, voice crack. Our desires, but we're also sabotaging their game plan too. We do lose against fire here. That's going to put us at 1 health. So we're late enough in the game that if I lose, and there's another waterstone. Wowzers. So now I can justify, yeah, waterstoning the crocodile, because it is a 3-star unit. We know we're going to keep it on the team because it's a hatchmon, and I have a problem with not selling my hatchmons, even if they're useless to me, which this one's not. But that means that we can put that one on there because the other one is reserved for the Alolan Dugtrio. But that does put us at 6 water without dragons, and I think that's very, very incredible. Gonna go for the steal. Hope that we can get it. There are 2 steel players in the game, like I said. So we should be able to see a steel portal. Hopefully, genuinely, it doesn't have a ground on it. I don't think there's any kind of steel ground region that has a Alolan Dugtrio. I could be wrong about that, but I'm actually kind of hoping against it, right? Because I just want that steel region, just to guarantee it. So there's a double ground. We see steel electric. We see steel fire. Steel electric's probably the best one we can take, but it's not the closest. So we're going to have to hope that this isn't like a steel poison region or something like that doesn't have a Alolan Dugtrio. I think most of them do, but like this one doesn't. It's not a, yeah, it's not a steel poison region, but you know what I mean. And we do get it. No useful legendary to us, unfortunately, but that is just a free 20 gold. And so now we're going to hold these common units. Probably get rid of these Magikarps. Ooh, we're not going to hold the common units. Okay, I guess I can't be bothered. Guess I can't be bothered to pick up these trap inches either. To be fair though, do I really have room for it? Because when you think about it, right? I'm going to keep my normal. Monster just makes sense with Crocodile. There has to be an Alolan Dugtrio on the board that leaves 1 space open, and that's if I go to 9. I don't even need to go to 9. Okay, and so we're not gonna throw it next to the Dugtrio yet, obviously, because it's useless right now. But eventually that would be the plan, right? We use the support Dugtrio to buff the tank and attack Dugtrios. Oh shit. And we're off to the races. We've got a monster that can kind of supplement us until we get there. Hopefully we can get there. It really just has to make us survive until all of our holes are dug. And by then, we should be in a decent enough spot. Oh no, we're going to... You know what? I think this is fair. Oh boy. Yeah, no, don't do that. I think it's fair to do this, move them into the fully dug holes at this point. It's not... It does slow us down on the hole digging, but that was pretty close. It's getting too close for comfort, right? So I want to see these the triple threat do something, so I'm going to do my best to survive long enough to make it happen. And so we're up against an electric team here. It looks like we're going to be perfectly fine. It's definitely a little scary, but that monster... Well, I don't know. Look at what Trio's damage popping up there. You know? To be fair, Crocodile doesn't have any items other than just water casts, but water casts are enough, man. I mean, if you get that that cast just that little bit quicker, it can mean the difference between a win and a loss. Or a KO and a non. You know, monsters really rely on knocking out mons. What are we gonna grab here? Okay, Razor Fang it is. Now, remember, this is my attack Diglett, so I would love to Flame Orb Fluffy Tail it. I think that would be very funny, but I can't do Flame Orb first, right? Like, if I throw a Flame Orb on it, it's gonna kill itself. I don't know, maybe I should have taken that risk. And there's Krabby. Oh, immediate sell. Guess we don't care. Like I said, I'm way more focused on something more important, so not even worried about it. Grab the Ditto. This is going to be the most expensive Doug trio you've ever seen. All right, and we didn't get one there, unfortunately. We will be using Ditto on Diglett. It's not even a question. 2 water gems is pretty dope. I guess technically we didn't need the second one, but it's still pretty cool to see. Groudon's very scary, but we're bouncing around the board so much that it more than likely isn't getting a kill on more than like 1 or 2 things at a time, right? Which is very good, because this could have been disastrous, especially with that Rhyhorn. But look at that. Look at that. Crocodile takes over as well as Doug Trio. It didn't just immediately get ate up by the Groudon, which actually may have made a difference. So yeah, I'm super happy about seeing that. 1,000 damage from Crocodile, but look at that. 733 damage from Wugtrio. What a powerhouse. Still no Diglett. We only need 1, right? We have the Ditto. Trying to get it this round. Just because, like I said, it's getting a little too close for comfort. I'm a little worried, and as long as I can sell a couple mons, stay at 50, I'm chilling. We've got 2 rows dug out, soon to be 3, up against Steel, and we are vibing at this point. I think the shield from normal is very useful here, just in general. It's not too much, but it's a nice little buffer. Protects us from like Aggron, things like that. Gonna grab Sandshrew, not useful to me. That's a good bite, might as well hit it while we're here. And are we digging? Oh, we need to move those mons into the non-dug holes. That also puts our normal units in a better position to give shield to our units. Yep, and have Gibble in the semi-dug hole. That's fair. Perfect, perfect. We shouldn't lose against the birds, especially if we take down Articuno first. Oh, yes. It's still got its cast off, but we're fine. Nicely done. And what is it, Namacon? Probably Namacon, because that still deals damage to multiple enemies. Yeah, so at this point, it's probably just Namacon. It's not ideal, like I said, but you just have to have something, right? And then we build the Fluffy Tail, or sorry, the, what is that, safety goggles? We build the safety goggles, throw it on the Crocodile. Just cuz. And there's our Ditto. We go ahead and hit the Wugtrio, or Doug Trio. Move the Crocodile. Now, this could be a little bit dangerous because now we're not giving speed to Crocodile, but fuck it, right? Like, this is what I was after the whole game. This is what I'm doing. Up against Flying here, they shouldn't be able to do any damage to us. They knock out the Sandshrew pretty quick, but not really a detriment to my team. Crocodile almost went down there, which could have been bad. I'm not sure. Wugtrio still doing the damage. And look at that. Beautifully done. And now Crocodile goes down, but now it's too late. Celesteela is not enough to kill 2 of the triple threat. The dynamic duo, if you will. 470 damage, 252 damage, and 212 damage. So they're all pulling their own weight. Obviously, Wugtrio is doing a little bit stronger because of that Soldew, but... well, and I guess Muscle Band, like it's attacking you on both fronts. So really, it's not my tank, it's my heavy hitter, but like I said, we didn't get them in the order that we necessarily needed to, and so I had to use something. All right, what do we got? Up against Electric again, which I'm pretty sure we beat pretty convincingly last time. Looks a little different this time, but we should still be okay. Our monsters are still alive. Doug Trio's still alive. Huge. Massive. And nobody's doing like excessive amounts of damage, you know what I mean? It's not like Crocodile's absolutely carrying the team. It's definitely helping out and winning some of the rounds, but it's not we're playing 3 Diglets and they're just kind of sidelined. You know what I mean? Like they're doing stuff, which I think is very cool. Now what are we going to pick up? Now that we have our Diglets fully kitted out, I mean, could be anything, right? Stardust, okay. More shields. Throw it on Crocodile. I guess that's fair. I don't really know what I would be looking for here. don't remember what teams there are. Electric, maybe a steel team. But we're doing pretty well against everyone. And we are going to throw the horsey in. Gonna look for 9 water somehow through Trap Inch. That would mean I have to get rid of Barboach, and I really don't want to do that. But I'm going to, aren't I? I think I'm just looking at it to see what it does. Because I think it's going to give me full water, but it doesn't end up doing that. So it's not worth it to me right now. Because I value my team, okay? I'll say it. I'll say it. I get attached to the team that I build, and I don't like to switch. Even if it's going semi-poorly, generally speaking, I just I like my team, man. And like I said, like the normal, it's giving us shields. It might not be that important, but I like it. And Crocodile, you know, maybe it would be better if I had Vibrava instead of Crocodile, full water, full ground, but it's a Hatchmon, you know, and it's been here for us through thick and thin. So I can't do it, man. I just can't. I just can't. Up against the dogs, I don't know what we're looking for at this point. Well, actually, I do. It's Waterstone. We've seen that's the 3rd Flame Orb. Holy fuck. Game really wants us to full Flame Orb. And now the trenches are dug. Really, our only upgrade here is Barboach, right? Well, I guess technically Flygon if we got that, or what is that thing's name? Garchomp? But, you know. Now, we could throw our normal units behind our trios, but I almost like them being there as fodder to begin with. I'm not sure. I think I like it, though. We're not worried about monster, like, slaughtering through us, so we're in a pretty good position now. I mean, with the amount of defenses that we've gained from fully digging out trenches, like, we are in a good spot. So it's down to top 2. They have 50 health. We have 16. They only have to beat us 1 time. So it's a little scary, but I think we can do it. Back up to 50 gold. I don't even know what we're looking for. I mean, if we do get a Waterstone, I would gladly put in the Seadra. But that's a requirement, right? The only thing that I'm willing to get rid of is the Whiscash. Just because we didn't end up getting the team that I would have wanted with it, and 9 water would be pretty cool to see. So that would be my only concession. Up against electric again, and this is the final team. Looks like we're going to be in a fantastic spot against them, at least for now. I mean, if they were to get like a Luxray, I don't know if we would be in trouble or not. But we could be. We could be. And if we lose, we lose. This has been a fantastic showing. It is what it is. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see. We're gonna skip the Trapinch. This is crazy. Oh, I guess because, yeah, Barboach is our only real upgrade. But we're going for Kingdra. Oh, shit. I love my mind. Sorry, past, present me's mind. Yeah, we are absolutely dominating this team. Like, it doesn't even look like they have a chance. Granted, that happens to me a lot where I feel like I'm dominating and then I lose the next round. So, we'll see what happens, but up against the Primals, I mean, all I want to see is that Waterstone. Give me that Waterstone and I'll be happy as a clam. Another Ditto. Why are we going for Kingdra? I really believe in the Waterstone. I really believe in the Waterstone. Alright, you can't do shit against me. Let's go. Huge. That's not a Waterstone. It had me faked out there for a second. Blue Orb is not Waterstone, unfortunately. It's probably going to be just another Gracia Flower in the front at this point. Maybe upgrade. Because Vibrava's ability is very good, and since it's starting with decent enough stats, it probably will get its first cast off, which just means that it's going to be an ultra fat unit that does pretty good damage. So, do we just buy that this round? Okay, I think that's fair, right? It's final round, we might as well. And we have Kingdra for no reason. I love it. And it does look like we're fighting a little bit harder in this round. Ooh, we've got what, 4 mons left? They've got 2? Nice, 5 mons, sorry. Beautifully done. And yeah, it's the triple threat, baby. Don't underestimate the trio combo. Very powerful. I mean, with the help of all that water, we've got what, 3 stones and 2 gems? That's insane. I love it. But yeah, I'm so glad that I can play like silly stuff like this. Obviously I'm not rated high, so I can probably get away with it a little bit more, but I'm super stoked about it. I love playing random shit that I find either fun or funny. And yeah, I just love this game. So thanks so much for watching this. I hope you did enjoy it. Whether you're laughing at how stupid it is or just enjoying the comp itself. Yeah, thank you, and on to the next one.